Now that we know how we can fetch data from Firebase, right? In this tutorial, let us see how we can show it in our front end. Now, to show it in the front end, we will use Future Builder. If you don't know what Future Builder is, it is a Flutter widget. So I will search for Future Builder Flutter. And if you go to this first tutorial, this first link right here, you will find an example code. So I will simply copy this and then explain. So what the Future Builder does, it fetches the data and then waits until the data is fetched and then shows it in the front end. This is the category section where we want to use the Future Builder, because this is where we want to show the actual database data. So our categories are right here, home categories. Go to this file and you can close this homepage file for now. Now this is the file where we were showing some dummy data like this. We don't need this anymore. I can delete it for now. And right here, instead of this list view builder, I can show, I can use the Future Builder class. Now, for now, I will paste the Future Builder right here, and I will, customize it a little. So I don't need this. Inside here, I will remove this and write context and snapshot. You can call it anything you like, it doesn't matter. And inside this if, I will remove everything. Inside this else if, I will remove everything, and I will remove everything from the else as well. Then I will remove this piece of code here. Now I will explain it to you. So inside this Future Builder, as you can see, there is a field called Future. What we will do in this future is what we did in our home page. In our home page, in the init state, we called the fetch categories function. We can cut it from our home page, and in this future field right here, we will simply paste it. So what will happen is when the Future Builder gets called, this function will be called, and we are saying when you have the data, so when the data is fetched from database, do something inside this if we have an error when fetching the data from database, then do something, and when we don't have any data or we don't have any error, then do something inside this else. So if I simplify this for you and remove this else if from here, so I can say when snapshot.hasData, meaning when the data is fetched, you can simply show a text saying data is fetched. And when we don't have any data, we can simply show a loading, right? So Flutter has a default widget which is called circular progress indicator. So when you have no data, meaning you are trying to fetch the data from database, in that case, show a circular progress indicator. So we don't really want to show a text that data is fetched. What do we want to do? We want to show this container right here. This is our categories front-end code that we have previously done, right? So we can simply copy this piece of code and paste it right here. So you have to actually return it inside this if, otherwise it will throw an error. So we are returning this container, and when we don't have any data, we are trying to fetch the data. We want to return this circular progress right here. Now it is still showing some error, and that is because we have deleted our category list array. Now instead of this, we will use the actual data that we are getting from database. So we can say snapshot dot data dot length. So snapshot dot data dot length meaning we are going to receive the data in array format. If you remember, I showed you in debug console, it will be in array format, and depending on how many data you have, run the loop that many times, it is throwing an error saying the property length cannot be unconditionally accessed. So in that case, we can use this icon right here, meaning it can be null. Now the error is gone, and in this svg picture.asset we can show the image link, but no, it won't work because if you remember, this is the link that we have pasted in our database. This is a JPG link or PNG link, not SVG. So if I try to show the link in SVG package, it will throw error. So instead of svg picture.asset, we can use image.network, and right here we can show our image link. And similarly, right here we can show the category name that we have. So let us do that. When we have the data, snapshot.data of I, the I is coming from here, of I, our field name is icon name. We have this error right here. That is because I made a mistake, and that is because in here the data type is not going to be string. The data we will receive from Firebase is called query snapshot. So write query snapshot like this. And now if we have another error that says the getter length isn't defined for the type query snapshot, and that is because we have to say snapshot.data.docs.length, and it says it cannot be nullable. We can set it to nullable and add this icon, add this question mark right here. Similarly, we cannot use it like this. We have to say snapshot.data.docs of I of the field name, which is the icon name field, and add a question mark right here. Now there is another error that shows right here, semicolon. Just add a semicolon right here and the problem will be fixed. Now our build shows an error, and that is because we are not returning the feature builder. So we have to return a widget to the build. So write return here and everything should be solved. Now if I hit save, we have another error, and that error is our function is not really returning any data. So When we are receiving the data, we are putting the data inside this categories variable. Now we want to return this data that we received, return categories like this. And we have to say this fetch categories function, you have to say this is a future, meaning you won't have the data immediately, you will have the data in future, meaning it may take few seconds or something. Now right here it is still showing right here, and that is because we said our data type is going to be query snapshot, so we have to define it in our this function right here as well. So we have to say the data you will receive is query snapshot. Now the error is gone right here. So let us restart the project. It is showing successfully, but we have another problem. Our project paused. If you look at this button, to see the problem, click on this and this. It is saying that no host is specified in the URL file. So the problem is with the image file. So in our image.network, we didn't actually give any valid link. That's why the error threw. So just like this, we will show the image right here. So the image field name was img icon. If I hit save right now, the image will show, but it will be too big. So let us give it a height and width. Maybe 30, and width also 30. Restart again. Okay, the name is showing and the image is also coming. It is taking some time to load, so give it few seconds, maybe it will load. Okay, so it is working. So right now we have 2 items in our database, and that is why we are seeing 2 of them right here. So I don't like this field name. I named it icon name. It's not icon name, it's more like category name. So let me delete this document. Delete document fields. Also delete the document fields from this as well. We will add field. Click on add field. Now I will create the fields, give it new name. One was category name, and our first item name was gift. Click add. I will add another field, name it icon location. And we can add an image. So from Unsplash, I will simply select an image, copy image address, and then paste it here. Similarly, for this document right here, I will click on add field, category name, second item name was food, add another field, icon location, and I will select another image. And paste the link right here. Click on add. Okay, so we have changed the name of the fields, so we have to change them here as well. This would be icon location. Make sure you type it correctly, same as here, otherwise it will throw error. And this was category name. Let me restart the project. And it threw error in the function because there is nothing called icon name. We have printed something and there is nothing called icon name. We have changed it to category name. Let us start again. And it is working. Before I end this tutorial, I want to say something. If you noticed in this tutorial, I have faced many problems, and that is a good thing. So you also saw how I solved those problems, right? So next time you face any of these problems, you will immediately remember how I solved it, right? So that is a good thing.